This is Showtime Sean Porter.
This is Aerosmith Jr.
Hey everyone, this is Jesse Vargas.
And you're watching True School Sports.
You're watching True School Sports.
Alright, and you're watching True School Sports.
Stay tuned.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, as you guys can see to my left, we got my main man, Alex, Big Payback Fitzmaurice. Came here after school to talk some boxing. We ain't live this time, but we're doing an interview because we haven't done one of these in a while. So, before we get into boxing, let's start with you, Alex. Alex, it's been a while since we did one of these. What's been going on with your life, and are you still in the gym training and stuff like that?
You know, man, you know, like life, man, you know, it's been going good, you know, going good so far. You know, just, you know, life is life.
Life is life, okay.
You know, life is life. You know, the gym, man, you know, I mean, I haven't went in like a week, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay,
but, you know, I'm trying to like go back and stuff, so, you know, money issues is basically...
money, hey, happens to the best of us, alright?
Yeah, okay. So, you know, and I've just been busy with school a lot and stuff, so I'm trying to like get back and stuff, so, you know.
Are you sure you've only been busy with school? The girls haven't taken up part of your time?
You know, man, oh man, I could go on for days about this.
Okay, well, this is not the time for that. I was asking, but just wanted to get that out there because we know,
I know.
It ain't just school.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be fool here on True School Sports.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's get into the boxing. We got some interesting fights this week. Let's start with the Friday card. We got Showbox.
Yes.
Very interesting card.
Very interesting.
Main event is Devin Haney versus Mason Menard. I know that's not really the fight that you're looking forward to.
I'm looking for the boy. Don't blink, bro.
Don't blink.
Don't blink. Joshua Greer Jr., bro.
So you like Josh Greer. Why do you like Josh Greer?
Bro, he's very exciting to watch, bro. Night, bro. He brings that pillow, bro. Wait. Oh, okay. No, but what you call it? Bro, night, bro. Night.
So you like him because he's very
Right, he's just very entertaining.
He's very entertaining, okay. And,
you know.
And he comes to fight.
You know, he also comes from a gym with, I don't know if he still trains there now, but he also comes from a gym filled with exciting fighters like Nate Gallimore, Eddie Ramirez, Adrian Granados, you know, so, you know, shout out to that.
That's that Garfield Park gym in Chicago. And no, he's actually not training there anymore. He's training with Buddy McGirt now in California.
Okay, so
yeah. But he's got a good little opponent in front of him. He's got Glenn Dezern, who you know, thus far in his career, Glenn is 9-1-1, 6 knockouts.
Okay.
Probably one of the better fighters he's fought in his career thus far. Yeah, Glenn Dezern had a split decision draw with Adam Lopez last year. That's probably like the most notable name that the name that looks the most notable to me, Adam Lopez. So it'll be a good fight. Greer looks like he's trying to work his way up the rankings. He said at the beginning that he wanted to fight Nikolai Potapov. So yeah, I mean, a win here probably gets him into title contention.
Hey, I mean, hopefully, man. Like, I hope it doesn't set him back again. You know, and you know, he already has a loss, but he's been like doing better since.
Yes.
You know, with victories over who's that guy?
Leroy Devalia,
James Smith.
That was the fight where he won 9.
Yeah,
James Gordon Smith. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know, that was the fight that made me a fan instantly. And you know, he's putting on like a lot of good wins since. So you know, I just hope he doesn't like, you know, step back again. So
absolutely, and it's also worth noting that 3 straight stoppage victories for Josh Greer.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because like beginning of his career, like he wasn't really like. He didn't really have that knockout like that strong knockout percentage like that. I noticed.
Well, he was going up and down in weight. If you go look at his career,
yeah,
he was fighting as high as what, like 126, I believe.
Yeah,
he fought as low as 118. So he was fluctuating up and down in weight, and I think ever since over the last year, he's found himself at 118, right? 118, and that's where he's campaigning, and that's where he feels the strongest, and that's why you see him hitting all these guys upside the head and knocking them out.
Yeah, that's true, man. You know, making them go night.
Making them go night. So Glenn Dezern, Josh Greer should be a good fight. A win will probably get him into title contention. And yeah, should be a good fight. I know Glenn because Glenn is the wife of Francois Cruz, the female boxer. I actually had a chance to meet Glenn in November. Good guy. Glenn's not really the biggest puncher in the world, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he deals with Josh. But he's a good fighter. He's a good seasoned fighter. So we'll see what Joshua can do to Glenn, because even in his only loss, Glenn lost the unanimous decision. He didn't get stopped. So.
Yeah. So he doesn't show signs of a weak chin. So.
No. And it'd be a statement if Josh Greer can go in there and stop this dude and make him go night and bring that pillow out. That would be a statement. So.
Statement win, bro. So I'm looking for a statement win. Hopefully knockout. So. Yeah, man. Shout out to Joshua Greer Jr., bro. So.
Shout out to Joshua Greer. Shout out making us up the rankings as we speak. Main event of that fight is a fight that a lot of people are talking about.
Devin Haney and
you got Devin Haney, you got Mason Menard. Okay, from what I don't know how much you watched Devin Haney or Mason Menard, but what do you think about that fight?
It's an interesting step up fight for Devin Haney. Mason Menard. He fought. He's the highest. He's a good contender. He fought Raimundo Beltran. Devin Haney. He's like very young. He's like what, 20 now?
1920, yeah.
1920. He started when he was like 17, I believe. He was fighting in Mexico and stuff against like,
club fighters,
journeymen and all that. But he's making this step up, and this is gonna be an interesting fight. So
interesting fight. One of those kind of like crossroads fights, because you got like Devin Haney's like the next big thing. He's the next Floyd Mayweather. He's the heir apparent to the throne. That's the saying right now. You got him, and then you got Mason Menard, who, like, if we can go back 2 years ago, this dude had knockout of the year candidate. This guy looked like he was on the fast track to become a world champion. Yeah, and then he took that loss to Beltran, and now he's just like, for lack of a better term, I don't want to curse, but like, pretty much the way people look at Mason Menard is like, you ain't shit. Like, Devin Haney's supposed to steamroll right through you. So,
man, yeah.
It's a good fight, man. It's a real good fight. Mason Menard, I will say this: Devin has not fought someone yet who when they hit him upside the head, is gonna have to make him think twice. Mason Menard got that kind of power.
Yeah.
If he lands it the right way, he'll make you think twice about being in that damn ring. So we're gonna see if Devin Haney really has the character to go along with all this talent he's been showing.
Yeah, true, man. It's gonna be interesting Friday night. So, interesting fight. Prospect versus veteran. So.
Let me ask you this, Devin Haney. You watching the fight at all?
I seen highlights.
Okay. Based off the highlights against overmatched opposition, what do you make of Devin Haney? Thus far. You don't gotta say you gotta be world champion, but what do you think about from what you've seen?
I just gotta see more from him.
Okay.
That's all I'm thinking. Just a good boxer, basically.
A good fighter, okay.
Good fighter, no special effects.
No special effects.
So,
A lot of people ask the question, like, because they both are on the same age. Between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, who will become the better pro?
Man, Shakur Stevenson, like, I like what he's doing. He's actually taken on, he recently took on an undefeated fighter who was like 12-0, I think. And, And before that, he took on like an 8-1 guy or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's actually stepping up in like competition and like, testing himself, getting the rounds in too. So, he's like, what, 6-0 with 3 knockouts now? And he's always, and he already sparred, like, he already got in, like 20-something rounds, I believe, 20, 30 rounds. So, I see Shakur Stevenson being, like, more of, like,
a good professional?
A good professional,
Okay. Yeah, because everybody started asking that question when they had, I don't know if you ever seen the sparring session they had a couple years ago. It's on Dante's Boxing Nation.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, yeah. Basically, it was a good sparring session. I thought Shakur was giving Devin that business. This is before Shakur was in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
And so it's an interesting question to ask. I think it's gonna be Shakur.
Oh, yeah.
I just think because a lot of times too, like boxing's not even a lot, like being successful in pro boxing isn't even really about like, it's not always about how good you are. Sometimes it's about how many people behind you.
Yeah.
Like Devin doesn't really have like not yet. He might in the future because he's right now he's a free agent. He's kind of just, his dad is pretty much guiding his career. Which is why he's had all those fights in Mexico, and now he's fighting. He fought in Philly once. Now he's fighting on Showtime finally in his 19th fight. So he might eventually have other people behind him, but like Shakur's got a top rank, and people can say what they want about Bob Arrow. What's that guy's name on Facebook?
Oh, Alexis Rombero.
Shout out to Alexis Rombero, bro.
Bruh, shout out to Alexis Rombero, bro. You're cool as hell, bro. I hope you're watching this video.
Yeah, shout out to Alexis Rombero. But not like people aside from Alexis Rombero, people want to hate on Bob Arum. They
Yeah.
want to say he don't know what he's doing. But I mean, the track record speaks for itself. You know, when we talk about the biggest names in boxing the last couple years, we're talking about Manny Pacquiao. We're talking about Oscar De La Hoya. We're talking about Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about Miguel Cotto. Most of these guys, pretty much all these guys have been built up
by Bob Arum.
by Bob Arum. So
Yeah, and you know, right now Bob Arum has like the top 2 like pound for pound fighters right now. He has Terrence Crawford for Lomachenko. He still has Manny Pacquiao. Wait, does he still have Manny Pacquiao or?
that's interesting. I don't know.
I
think he
don't
does.
know.
I don't know. But regardless, he still has Lomachenko and he has Crawford. So it's funny because obviously on this channel, as most of you guys know, like I'm a big Eddie Hearn guy. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. Thank you, Eddie Hearn. We said Eddie Hearn, True School
Shout out to
Sport.
Eddie Hearn.
But even when Eddie Hearn is doing this thing and he's putting on these massive events in the UK, the guy the best fighters is still freaking Bob Arum.
Yeah, true.
Like so.
Nah, I mean,
interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, Eddie Hearn, man, like he does have an interest in the stable though. I mean, puts on interest in events, good matchups, you know. So
Yeah, and I think bold prediction for the future. So a couple years from now, you guys can watch this interview and watch this moment. I believe Eddie Hearn has the future cash cow of the welterweight division right now, and that's Josh Kelly.
I agree.
I think Josh Kelly gonna be a world champion, and I think once he is world champion, he has the kind of style that's gonna attract casual boxing fans. Those UK fans are gonna get behind him, and eventually, I bet you even a lot of American fans will get behind Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, I see like Josh Kelly, man, like, you know, he's very talented. You know, I think he fought Carlos Molina, former title holder.
Blew him out.
You know. So I mean, you know, in his fifth fight. So, you know, shout out to Josh Kelly. You know, I see a lot of things coming for him in the future. So
Yeah, real fast. Got those. You know, he's kind of like, I don't want to say. Don't get my words twisted, guys. He's not Roy Jones Jr. But I'm saying the way he fights, the way he moves, his reflexes, it kind of, in some ways, reminds me of Roy. Like the way Roy used to fight, Roy used to move.
yeah, Ray Jones Jr.
There was one fight where he threw like 5 left hooks in a row. I don't know if you saw that fight.
Yeah, I probably have.
Yeah.
I don't remember what fight it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh Kelly, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So to get into the to get into the lower level fights. So right now we're reviewing the May 11th fights. We just went through the whole Showtime card. These fights right here aren't as big, but I want to give your opinion on them. This is a Naylor Promotions card, so you're gonna have the likes of. I'll run through the list and you can tell me which one you want to talk about first. You got Tony Harrison, Ishe Smith, Andrew Tabiti versus Latif Coyote, Eric Bonet versus Cameron Creel. I don't know if you remember Cameron Creel. And then you got a bunch of TBA fights. You got K.O. Bellows, TBA, Ronaldo Romero, TBA, Kevin Newman, TBA, Maurice Lee, TBA. Any of those fights stand out to you?
Tony Harrison and Ishe Smith sounds interesting. You know, both. Wait, is Tony Harrison coming off a loss, or I think he came back and won?
I'm pretty sure he had like a stay busy fight and he wound up winning, but I'll check.
Oh, okay, but yeah, you know, Tony Harrison, you know, comeback fight. You know, he's taking on a tough veteran, former world title holder, Ishe Smith. So you know, this is going to be an interesting, fight to see where they're both at in their careers.
Absolutely. Ishe, to me, and if you, I don't know if you see Ishe on Instagram or if you see his posts, but Ishe, like from the posts I've seen of him on Instagram, he seems like someone who's very much like done with boxing, or he's close to being done with boxing. Like he talks about boxing like done with it.
I mean, you know, he's just probably just like on that journeyman level.
Yeah, at this point, it seems like he's no disrespect, but it seems like he's on that level. I think it's interesting because Tony Harrison, like, he's coming off 2, stay busy wins. And what's crazy is like now it's crazy how quickly things in boxing can change because 3 fights ago, they matched this man up with Jarrett Hurd.
Oh yeah.
And he probably gave Jarrett Hurd probably some of the best rounds.
He was winning the fight before he got stopped.
Yeah, everybody wins the fight against Jarrett Hurd before they get stopped. But no, like he was unlike most guys who won the rounds against Jarrett Hurd. He was actually like he was not only winning the rounds, but he was dominating some of those rounds.
Yeah, he was.
So my thing is like, is this fight a fight that's gonna put him back in contention for maybe like a world title shot? Because remember he also had that loss against Willie Nelson. Remember, watch that fight.
And he was winning that fight too. Like he was winning in both his losses. He was winning. He just needs to watch out for his chin.
Yeah.
So protect yourself more. You know.
Absolutely. Like, and he's like you watch him fight. He's like a really good athlete. He's got tremendous speed. He's got tremendous. He's got attributes to him. He's not a bum. Like, you look at him and you say, oh, just your run-of-the-mill 26-2 guy. But I think he's better than his record. I think he's one of them fighters, he's better than his record indicates.
Yeah.
Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if down the road, I'm just saying, down the road, Ishe Smith would have snatched the title. That's a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, you know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. But quick thoughts on the other fights in that card. Tabiti versus Latif Coyote. Decent fight. Not really. Andrew Tabiti really hasn't fought anybody too worthy since Keith Tapia fight.
Well,
he
fought
Steve Cunningham.
But I heard he didn't really look good though.
So yeah, against a Latif Coyote who I know is kind of on the older side. He needs to look good in this fight, you know.
Latif Coyote, I mean, you know, he's a former world title challenger. You know, he fought Denis Lebedev, so you know, it's an interesting fight.
Okay.
But I probably give it to Tabiti. He needs to be more active though.
Yeah.
You know, he only fought like once. His Keith Tapia fight was his only fight in 2016, I believe, and he only fought like twice last year. So you know, he's number 4 in the WBC, and I think he's like number 3 in the IBF or something like that. So he's close to winning the world title. Just needs to be more active. So
yeah, and he's already got the athletic ability, the frame. Just about keeping those skills sharp and getting those quality rounds of experience.
True. I mean, for a cruiserweight, he does have fast hands, though. So.
Very fast. I wish he let them go more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember before watching the Keith Tapia fight, like, you know, when the fighters were warming up, like, he was showing off that.
Oh, on the pads.
Yeah,
everybody looks good on the pads. Ryan Garcia looks good on the pads.
No, it wasn't really on the pads, but like he was just like shadow boxing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But whatchamacallit? But then like I remember when he fought Keith Tapia, all he did was like clinch basically.
Yes.
He only watched like the first 7 rounds.
Pretty much. Alright, so yeah, that's the name of the promotions card. There's some other fighters on that card, but it's mostly like TBA fights, so we won't get too much into those because they're all probably gonna win their fights.
True.
Let's get into the big fights this week. Okay, we're talking ESPN. We're talking Madison Square Garden, not the small room, not the theater, the Madison Square Garden.
Bruh, I'm a fan of both of these fighters too, bro. Jorge Linares and Vasily Lomachenko, bro.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you straight before we even get into like how the fight will play out. As far as like how you think it's gonna go. Well, actually, that's actually what I want to hear what you think is gonna happen. Who do you have in this fight? Who you picking? Better question. Or are you picking Jorge Linares in this fight? Or are you going with the upset? Because I have not found one person except for people who hate on Lomachenko that's picking Jorge Linares in this fight.
No, I mean, this is Lomachenko's first fight at lightweight, so, and Jorge Linares, he's very good, but he has that chin.
Yes.
He has that chin. But he does have very fast hand speed though. So, I don't know, like, Lomachenko did fight Gary Russell Jr., but I know Gary Russell Jr. doesn't have like fast feet. It's
different, yeah. They're bringing 2 different things to the table.
Yeah,
two different things.
So doesn't Linares have like good footwork?
Linares has better footwork, Linares has better balance, doesn't have the flashy combination, but the thing is, he can punch on the move. Gary Russell can't punch on the move.
Yeah.
And that's why Lomachenko 99.9 times out of 100 would beat Gary Russell. I don't give a damn how fast he is.
Yeah, exactly. And he already beat him too.
Yeah, he already beat him. So my thing is this: like I look at Linares and it's like nobody's unbeatable. I want to get that out there because a lot of times I make these videos and I hype certain fighters up and people will say, oh well, you riding this fighter's jock. They'll say, oh, you're dick riding. No, I'm not dick riding. I know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And Lomachenko is about, I don't want to say he's perfect, but if I had to tell, if there was as far as technique, as far as footwork, balance, punching angles, inside fighting, outside fighting, lateral movement, he's the closest to the perfect you're gonna get in boxing. The closest to the perfect you're gonna get in boxing. And people will say like, oh well, he lost a Salido fight. You gotta understand something, okay? Vasily Lomachenko came to the sport of boxing. He fought Salido. Salido came in overweight.
And he was fighting, and he was like hitting him in the balls basically.
He was hitting him in the balls. You know, did a lot of underhanded tactics. You know, he wasn't fortunate enough to get the decision. But guess what? That loss was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to him.
Exactly.
Because I don't know if you ever saw. I was actually just watching it last night. Are you subscribed to Lomachenko on YouTube? He got a YouTube channel. You seen it? Have you seen his documentaries that he did?
I have. I mean, I've seen his documentaries before, but I haven't seen his recent ones.
No, I was watching one last night about his career, and he was basically saying like when he came into boxing, when Lomachenko came into boxing, he basically when he would go have these meetings with promoters, when he met with main events, Kent Dula, he met with Golden Boy. You know, when he met with those people, you know, they were talking about all these advantages he was going to have as an Olympian, a guy who won a gold medal, all this stuff. He said, I don't want advantages. I want a world title fight my first fight. He wanted to fight for the world title in his first fight. I don't know if you know that. He wanted to fight for the world title in his first fight. And they were like, well, we can't do that because the rankings and whatnot, but...
So he had to fight like Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, so then they said second fight. So they said, okay.
Second fight.
Basically what people don't understand is the Salido fight for Lomachenko was just a massive wake-up call for him as to like the difference between amateur boxing and pro boxing.
Welcome to the pros.
Yeah, exactly. It was welcome to the pros moment because in amateur boxing it's very different. You know, as a fighter you gotta be. And for anybody who watches this interview who may have actually been an amateur boxer, you know this. It's very regimented. You gotta be on weight every day. Mm-hmm. You gotta be fighting. You might fight in a tournament. You might fight multiple times in the same day. Yeah, so you gotta be on weight all the time. In the pros, you can manipulate that and you can get around that.
You could fight you could be like 30 pounds.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, you can come in big as hell on fight night. Huh. So Lomachenko obviously wasn't. I'm sure he knew about these things, but it's different when you're actually going through it.
Yeah, I mean, Salido was a welterweight that night too.
But you gotta give him credit too. Early on in that fight, he looked very uncomfortable. As the fight won, you saw him make the adjustments, and you saw the boxing. Even in the loss, you saw the boxing bring Lomachenko. You saw the adjustments he was making, and he won't stop Salido towards the latter parts of that fight. So, and it's funny if you go watch the documentary. Lomachenko said that loss. You know, he said when he was in training camp, he had a good camp. He did well, but he said he could have did more. You know, he could have challenged himself more in training camp. So now he's like, when he's in training camp, he leaves no stones unturned. Like Lomachenko, when you fight Lomachenko, from that point forward, when you fight Lomachenko, when he's putting his rounds in the gym, whether he's working out, he's in the pool, he does this crazy thing where he holds his breath in the water for like 5 minutes. Like if he is leaving no stones unturned. So you could say he has a loss, but he's the best proof in boxing right now that losses are not a bad thing. Exactly. They're only a bad thing if you let them be a bad thing.
Yeah, so. True, yeah. And what was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, so Linares Lomachenko. It's a tough fight. That's all I'm gonna say. So I got Lomachenko winning because Lomachenko he takes shots very well.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but he's just very good. He's called the Matrix for a reason. And I probably have it, but I don't think Linares is gonna quit though. Linares showed.
I don't either. I think he's gonna stop.
No, I know. I'm not gonna say he's gonna like he's not gonna get stopped or whatever, but I don't think he's gonna like quit like the last 4 guys have and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I actually think he's gonna try to show heart and stuff. So I don't know. I got like Lomachenko by late round stoppage or decision. So
okay.
But I think it's gonna be a tough fight. Yeah.
This is how I think the fight's gonna play. I think Linares is gonna come out. I don't know. It'll be within the first 2 rounds of that fight. I don't know when. It'll be the first or second round, but it'll be the first 2 rounds. He's gonna come out. I believe he will actually try to fight Lomachenko. He's gonna actually try to fight. Because the thing is, Lomachenko's moving up to the new weight class, so he's gonna want to impose that new weight on him. He's gonna say, "Look, you're in a bit of a big weight class now. I'm gonna make you feel this damn weight." And I puncher, he's I would say he's an A-level body puncher for sure. He's gonna be ripping, or at least attempting to be ripping some nice hooks to the body. Whether he lands them or not, that we find out on fight night. My thing is though, I just think Lomachenko's footwork is just the difference in this fight isn't power. I think it's footwork. It's the footwork. Linares has good footwork, but I think the way Lomachenko is able to get in, get out, create new angles, like it's just on another level. It's not something you can prepare for in the gym. It's not something you can prepare for in sparring. So with Linares, he's gonna have to beat Lomachenko. See, the thing people don't understand is to beat Lomachenko. And I'm talking about this version of Lomachenko, the one that has professional experience, the one that's seasoned, the one that's fought Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr., Jason Sosa. To beat this Lomachenko, you need to be very mentally disciplined. Like Lomachenko is one of those guys. It would almost be better to fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, I'll give upside the head sometime because you go to sleep and that's it. Lomachenko embarrasses you. He strips your dignity. Like he makes you want to go to your trainer and take off the boxing gloves. So if Linares gets into one of those situations where Lomachenko is throwing 4, 5, 6 punch combinations, darting in and out, going over here, countering you with the left, and he gives a matrix, you can't lose your composure. You can't lose your mental fortitude. And that's where I think the challenge is for not just Linares, but any fighter that gets in there with him.
True.
And once you're able to be, because you gotta understand, Lomachenko is a great fighter because of what he puts himself through in training camp. He's comfortable being uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
And as a fighter, as his opponent, you need to be the same thing when you're there. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable because he'll make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So
So I mean, I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight for however long it lasts. But I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna give Linares two extra rounds. He gets stopped in the 7th.
Hey, bro.
Going Martinez style.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Lomachenko, bro. Ukraine, baby. Ukraine.
Let me ask you a question.
So yeah.
So just to make sure I'm clear and I understand you. You have Gennady Golovkin as your #1 pound fighter. Is he your #1 pound fighter, Gennady Golovkin?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I believe so. You know, he's got the experience. He tied for the most title defenses recently. You know, he's fought in like Canelo Alvarez, Daniel Jacobs. You know,
Has a great resume.
Has a terrific resume. So
regardless of what you guys say out there, he has a good resume. Okay.
exactly, and you know, he's fought everybody put in front of him that he tried to get in with him.
And he's knocking down like bowling pins.
Exactly, bro. You know, he's a unified champion, the only unified champion at middleweight. You know, king of the division. So.
He's an all-time great in the weight class. So let me ask you this: if Lomachenko goes in there and he dogs out Linares, let's say he goes in there, he stops Linares in 4 rounds. I don't think they have a plan because you know Linares is a suspect chain. Let's say he finds the right shot, he stops him in the 4th round. Is that enough for him for you to put Lomachenko over Gennady Golovkin, or is he gonna have unified titles before you consider that?
You know, man, dang, that actually is a very good question. But you know, Golovkin, I probably would give it to Lomachenko because like who Golovkin fought recently, like it's not his fault, but
Who did he fight again?
I don't know, but he fought recently.
He
all
fought
right.
Bonds Matarosa.
Okay, look, all I know is that he tied Hopkins' record. All right, screw Bonds. I'm joking, nah. But he like fought Bonds Matarosa, so I'm not saying it's his fault, but I mean like, hey, I mean like.
Who was the best opponent?
This wasn't the best opponent, and I'll probably give it to Lomachenko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since we brought it up, all right, let's talk about Triple G.
Yeah,
No, there wasn't a whole lot of rounds, Jim. We sat here. I said, Alex, Bonds Matarosa is gonna get stopped in 3 rounds. This man got stopped in 2 rounds. Okay. What did you make of Gennady Golovkin's performance against Bonds Matarosa?
What do I even need to say, bro?
It was a good performance.
It was a good performance. You know, like back in the day, Golovkin.
Yes.
2016 Golovkin. You know, 2015 Golovkin. You know.
Okay.
So 2nd round knockout. I mean, only because you know that's Van's Matarosa. You know, I'm not saying.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like when he got the knockout, he landed like 10 straight punches in a row. Like he literally threw 10 punches and they all landed.
Yeah.
That was pretty. I mean, I don't care if it's Bonds Matarosa. He landed. Try throwing 10 punches on anybody to land them all flush.
Exactly, man. Like that's what I'm saying. So, but hey, I mean, Golovkin tied Hopkins' record, so you know, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, that's all I try to say, man.
Okay.
Like, Golovkin.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Okay.
Okay.
So for those of you guys out there, this person right here, he's a massive. He's a massive Triple G fan. Okay. Triple G's recently likes boxing. Triple G, he met Triple G in 2016.
I met Triple G,
okay?
yeah.
He loves Triple G. As a Triple G fan, a devoted Triple G fan, do you want to see him fight Canelo again? Or do you want to see him honor his mandatory that they're probably not going to honor? They're probably going to bypass that and go for the Canelo fight. As a Triple G fan, what do you want to see? What is it, Canelo? Is it Lomachenko? Like, what route should he be going?
If the IBF could grant an exception for him to fight Saunders to be undisputed,
Yes.
I'd love for that to happen and then call retirement after that, after he wins.
Yeah.
If not, then fight your mandatory Derevyanchenko or Charlo or whatever. I don't want to see another Canelo fight because one, he won he did win the fight back in September, and 2, like since he won the fight, it's just uninteresting to like watch. Man.
Yeah,
like,
and then you had the whole clenbuterol thing.
Yeah, like Canelo cheated, man. So why should they even why should they even consider?
I mean, it's bad enough before they made us wait so long for it. You know, it's almost like you ever ate a bag of Cracker Jacks. You know, when you get the prize, you don't like the prize. That's pretty much what Gennady Golovkin Triple G was. It was like eating a bag of Cracker Jacks and they not liking the prize that you find at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, and then Roman Gonzalez couldn't fight because I think either him or his opponent had visa issues or something. Yeah. And then, I mean, we watched Cecilia Breakus, but I mean,
it was cool.
It was a cool fight, but yeah, man, it was like
it wasn't as enjoyable because we were promised the real TBE.
It's like
we didn't get Roman Gonzalez.
It's like a little kid getting a Happy Meal, but like not getting the prize he wants.
Absolutely.
So, that's all I gotta say on that. But I mean, I still got to see Triple G fight again. It was
good.
It's still exciting either or.
So, so you want the Saunders fight?
The Saunders fight. Yeah. Saunders or Davidchenko. Those two. So
I want the Saunders fight too. Personally, I think they should just do away with every other option and just let him fight Saunders. Undisputed. Yeah. Because Saunders is a good. I mean, Saunders he got a good little resume. He's been a world champion. People. See, if they would have the Saunders fight, it's crazy how things work. Timing is crazy. Like, if they would have the Saunders fight before, or no, if they would have the Saunders fight after the Arthur Akavov fight, people would have said, we don't want to see this crap. After the Lemieux fight, people were like, we want to see the Saunders fight. Yeah. So if there was ever a time for that Saunders fight to happen, it should be now, because he might not look as good in the Martin Murray fight, and the public might not be as much for it. I mean, it's for Undisputed, so, I mean, we won't want to. Gennady Golovkin, I believe, has had all those belts for so long. He should at least be granted the right to fight for Undisputed. I think he's earned that much.
Yeah, true. I want him to do that, so.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Well, we didn't talk about it, but I want to get your quick thoughts on Tony Bellew versus David Haye and what Tony Bellew should do next with his career following on. So start with Tony Bellew Haye.
Tony Bellew Haye, man. First, man, like David Haye had Tony Bellew looking like.
Fucking Felix Trinidad, boy.
Right, he had him looking like, dang, man. Just a good, shout out to Tony Bellew. A very good performance. So, I think, what I personally think what's next for both fighters, David Haye. So, what you call it? So, David Haye, I honestly, you're gonna edit this part out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So David Haye, he should retire. Tony Bellew, I think, since he wouldn't want to because I know before the Haye rematch when they tried to get him in with Dillian White and all these guys, they were saying, oh, he's too small for these guys and stuff.
Yeah.
So since he's quote unquote too small for the heavyweight division, just go back down to cruiserweight and challenge the winner of Usyk and Garcia for the Undisputed Championship. If he goes back down to cruiserweight, he'll be the automatic mandatory to the WBC title. So, so just do that. So, that's a better route for him.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. So yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to Tony Bellew. Back to the Lomachenko card. Couple fighters I wanted to talk about. So you got Teofimo Lopez back in action.
Snap.
Let's talk about that because you're a big Teofimo Lopez guy.
Broward County, bro.
Broward County.
Shout out to Broward County.
We're from Dania. Teofimo Lopez. What's your overall take on his career so far, and where do you want to see it go?
Dang. I mean, it's an interesting career. He's a former Olympian. He signed the top rank. I think he's at 7 or 8 fights. He's very exciting. He used to train at the Canino's gym.
And
Davey Powell. He's from Davey. I met him before. He's a cool dude. So, Teofimo Lopez, I want to see him get on the world level, And it's right that he's with Bob Arum. Bob Arum will get him, up there, Bob Arum's being smart. Is good at being smart with his fighters. So...
Word, what's up? Want to go eat? No, it's an answer. No.
That's Josh? Who? Charlie. Oh, Charlie.
Yeah. That was mad random.
What?
He just came out of nowhere. I'm gonna edit it out, don't worry. Where we at?
Oh yeah, we were talking about Tony Bellew.
Tony Bellew?
Yeah, Tony Bellew. Alright, so what should we call it?
No, we're talking about Teofimo Lopez.
Oh yeah, Teofimo Lopez.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you again.
Okay.
Alright. So on that same card, you're gonna have on the Lomachenko Linares card. Back to that, you're gonna have Teofimo Lopez on that card. Now you're a big Teofimo Lopez fan.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
He's a Broward County guy. Trained here, Keno's boxing gym, Dave, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you make of his career so far, and like where would you like to see it end up?
You know, I hope he'll be like, you know, a very popular fighter. You know, get to the top. He's with Bob Arum. You know, Bob Arum, you know, right now has made you know, Lomachenko, Crawford. You know, like, you know, he's brought them like to like superstardom a little. You know, gave them millions of views on ESPN and stuff. So you know, he's promoted them right. So I think Teofimo Lopez is going to become like a superstar, hopefully. I hope he does.
Hopefully,
so.
man. A lot of people here are very, very high on him. Very high on him here in South Florida. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with Teofimo. Just fast forward. Let's go to May 19th. Okay.
Yes.
May 19th. Very, 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 very interesting fight. Me and you have different opinions of this. So Toronto, Canada. Donna Stevenson,
And
Badou Jack,
Badou.
WBC light heavyweight title.
Yeah.
First of all, give me your initial thoughts on this fight, the matchup. What do you think about it, style-wise?
Good matchup. You know, you got Badou Jack. You know, he's coming up in weight. You know, so far he's already a two-time title holder. And world champion at super middleweight, but title holder at light heavyweight. You know, so you know he's got himself up there. He's already a multi-weight world champion. He'll be taking on longest reigning champion Adonis Stevenson. Adonis Stevenson, like, he's not really like that good skill-wise, but he has that like left hook, people say, that could like, you know, really hurt you. But Badou Jack, you know, he also has like some skills and stuff too. So you know, it's an interesting fight, but he also has that chin, so you know he just needs to like watch out. Because he was stopped like in one round by Derek Edwards, and you know he's been like dropped like a couple times in his career, I think. So you know he just needs to watch out for that. And you know, it's just an interesting fight. You know, anything can happen. You know, you got a skilled fighter taking on a hard puncher. So
yeah. And when we talk about Jack, we're talking about a guy that, I mean, progressed a lot in his career. You know. Like you mentioned, he got stopped by Derek Edwards. He had a close fight with Alexander Brand.
yeah. But I mean, since then, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Since then, beating George Groves, beat Anthony Durrell. You know, a lot of people beat the crap out of James DeGale, really. Beat Nathan Cleverly.
you know, and people thought, and he beat Lucien Boutte too. And
Yeah.
so,
Truth be told, you know, if we're going on resumes, you should have a case of pound for pound top 10, probably 10.
yeah, I mean, look, George Groves, he's a current world champion. He became a future world champion. Durrell was a current champion at the time, and you know, and he's still a top super middleweight. And you know, he has a very good resume, and he's beaten the odds like what, 2 times? You know, because he was the underdog in the Durrell and Groves fight.
Yeah.
And he was the underdog in the DeGale fight, but a lot of people thought he got robbed.
Yeah.
So you know, and yeah, you know, he's beating the odds. So. I wouldn't be surprised with either who wins. So
Absolutely.
but you know, man, like Stevenson's getting older. He's been inactive too. He hasn't had that much rounds, and he's been fighting like subpar opposition. Basically, he fought a guy he already beat, but like a worse version of that guy.
Oh, and Fonfara?
Yeah, Fonfara.
Blasted that man out of there.
Yeah, like he fought a guy who like lost like got knocked out in the first round to a guy he ducked, basically, like, because Joe Smith Jr. called him out, you know, at the time when Joe Smith Jr. was like, you know, popping, but Stevenson didn't want to fight him, so You know, so yeah, he's been fighting still by opposition. This is his first real opponent since like who? Since like when Funfara was actually like the best version of himself, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're going Badu Jack.
Badu Jack.
He's going Badu Jack. All right. This is where we disagree. Okay, I disagree, man. First of all, let me say this. Okay, Adonis Stevenson, even though let's be frank here, he must have some dirt on the WBC. He must have nude pictures of Mauricio Salon because they refuse to strip this man of his WBC title and they refuse to make him fight a mandatory. I think I saw something where it's been like over 1,000 days since he fought WBC mandatory or something like that.
Yeah, his last mandatory defense was Tony Bellew in 2013.
2013, that's a long time ago. I mean, if I can go back that far, November 30th, 2013. We'll see. What was I doing in November 30th? See, I was not even 6 months out of high school. I was getting ready to move to Dallas, Texas. That was a long time ago. You were like, how much did you weigh back then in 2013?
Man, I was like 220, 210, 220.
Yeah,
I was in elementary school, right?
Yeah. So Alex was tubby as hell back in 2013. That was the last time he made a mandatory defense. A lot has changed since his last mandatory defense.
A lot has changed, man.
But let me tell you what hasn't changed. What? Let me tell you people out here, let me tell man Alex, what hasn't changed since the last mandatory defense? The thump in that left hand, okay? The thump in that left hand and the way he sets it up. People say, oh, Adonis is a one-handed fighter. And, okay, he might be a one-handed fighter. But guess what? You still need to know how to set up that one hand. And I just think, like, and again, I picked against Badu Jack so many times. Most of the time I've been wrong, okay? But I ain't gonna be wrong this time. Not this time, okay? Adonis Stevenson.
Okay.
Is gonna put Badu Jack out. Right? He's gonna stop that man. He's still one of the best light heavyweights in the world. Yeah, he's 40 years old. Yeah, he's old. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Superman is in the building. Superman is in the building, and he's still one of the best one-punch knockout artists in boxing. I would venture to say this. You know, you got Deontay Wilder, #1. Best knockout, one-punch knockout artist in boxing. After that, this man right here has a legitimate claim as the best one-punch knockout artist in all boxing. And unlike Deontay Wilder, for most of his career, he actually knows how to set it up.
And he has a better resume.
And he has a better resume. I mean, for crying out loud, he's really the only man that's legitimately like destroyed Tony Bellew, destroyed Funfara, you know, beat some other contenders.
Chad Dawson.
Aaron Pryor Jr. You know, the same Derek Edwards that stopped Badu Jack. You know, he knocked him down like a bowling pin. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. You know, I think it's a true. I think it's a 50-50 fight. The interesting thing is, Badu Jack actually is taller and has a reach advantage on Adonis Stevenson. So that is something worth noting, you know. I believe Badu Jack will come out, he will definitely try to use that reach to keep Adonis away from him because, let's face it, if you let Adonis get near you, he's going to put your lights out.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, you know, he in Toronto, okay? He's going to want to put on a show. You know, he don't even fight in Toronto. He fights in Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to be amped to fight in Toronto. Toronto's this growing city, it's this beautiful city. And, you know, he's gonna have his girlfriend there.
Oh yeah.
That girl. So he gonna want to impress his girlfriend. I mean, I don't know if this is the first fight she's gone to, but it has to be one of the first. So the first is one of this magnitude. So
yeah.
I mean, I would say this is probably one of the fights I'm most excited for because Badu Jack has beaten a lot of good fighters, right? He's beaten a lot of good fighters, but when you talk, regardless of what you want to say about the mandatories, we all know that Adonis Stevenson is an elite talent. He's an elite talent. Like. We're talking about a man that a lot of people thought could beat Sergey Kovalev in his prime. That was looked at as a 50-50 fight, you know, even though it didn't get made. So, hey, I'm going to Adonis. I still rate Adonis very highly. I actually think in many ways, like for him, a layoff, like he has a process last June. So by the time he fights in the 11 months, I mean, I don't. He's the kind of fighter I think can take layoffs and still be successful. For one, he's older. For two, he is trained by Manuel Stewart, so Manuel Stewart instilled a lot of good work habits in him early in his career. Oh, yeah. And he has a lot of high-level experience, you know. So, yeah, I'm going with Adonis. I think Adonis will get the job done towards the, I'm going to say, middle rounds. In the middle rounds, you're going to see a separation in class. And I got him stopping Badu Jack. I don't know if that's an upset, but I don't know what the odds are, but I'm going with Adonis.
I'm going with Jack, so.
If Jack beats Adonis, do you put Jack on the pound list? If he goes in there, he dominates. Let's say he goes in there and he just like stops Adonis Stevenson. Is he on the pound list?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind considering him. You know, he's a champion in 2 weight classes, 3-time world title holder. Good resume at super middleweight, so yeah. And plus, like, this fight's also for the lineal title because Stevenson, he's stripped out the ring title, but he actually still has the lineal title according to Cyber, so in boxing or something like that. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so should be a good fight. You know, by all means, let us know what you think in the comments because that fight I know is gonna split a lot of opinion. A lot of people want to see Adonis lose because of the whole, you know, the Kovalev fight didn't happen. WBC didn't strip him, but I can remove all that. I think Adonis is still a top level fighter of the high, like in that weight class, still one of the best. Still one of the best lightweights in the world, you know. And I think he's gonna prove it on May 19th, the day after my dad's birthday. So shout out to my pops.
Yeah, sure.
But so you got that right. I mean, these are notable fights. But I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not like they don't really interest me as much as Adonis Jack. But you got Gary Russell Jr. versus Joseph Diaz. Now, big fight for Gary Russell.
Yeah, this is gonna be you know, interesting to see where Gary Russell's at in his career. He's coming off a layoff. Another dude who comes off layoffs and stuff.
Oh, Haney.
Yeah, and this is actually one of his first like real tested opponents because Oscar Escandón, yeah, he was the mandatory or whatever, but he wasn't like.
Oscar Escandón is shorter than me. And my dad.
Bruh, and who did he fight before that? He was coming off a layoff too, against Patrick Hyland, and yeah, like a lot has changed, and he only fought like 2 times.
On that same card, you're gonna have on the Lomachenko Linares card. Back to that, you're gonna have Teofimo Lopez on that card. Now you're a big Teofimo Lopez fan.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
He's a Broward County guy. Trained here, Keno's boxing gym, Dave, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you make of his career so far, and like where would you like to see it end up?
You know, I hope he'll be like, you know, a very popular fighter. You know, get to the top. He's with Bob Arum. You know, Bob Arum, you know, right now has made you know, Lomachenko, Crawford. You know, like, you know, he's brought them like to like superstardom a little. You know, gave them millions of views on ESPN and stuff. So, you know, he's promoted them right. So I think Teofimo Lopez is going to become like a superstar, hopefully. I hope he does.
Hopefully, so. Man. A lot of people here are very, very high on him here in South Florida. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens with Teofimo. Just fast forward. Let's go to May 19th. Okay.
Yes.
May 19th. Very, 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 very interesting fight. Me and you have different opinions on this. So Toronto, Canada. Adonis Stevenson
and
Badou Jack, WBC light heavyweight title. Yeah. First of all, give me your initial thoughts on this fight, the matchup. What do you think about it, style-wise?
Good matchup. You know, you got Badou Jack. You know, he's coming up in weight. You know, so far he's already a 2-time title holder. And world champion at super middleweight, but title holder at light heavyweight. You know, so you know he's got himself up there. He's already a multi-weight world champion. He'll be taking on longest reigning champion Adonis Stevenson. Adonis Stevenson, like, he's not really like that good skill-wise, but he has that like left hook, people say, that could like, you know, really hurt you. But Badou Jack, you know, he also has like some skills and stuff too. So you know, it's an interesting fight, but he also has that chin, so you know he just needs to watch out. Because he was stopped like in 1 round by Derek Edwards, and you know he's been like dropped like a couple times in his career, I think. So you know he just needs to watch out for that. And you know, it's just an interesting fight. You know, anything can happen. You know, you got a skilled fighter taking on a hard puncher. So
yeah. And when we talk about Ujat, we're talking about a guy that, I mean, progressed a lot in his career. You know. Like you mentioned, he got stopped by Derek Edwards. He had a close fight with Alexander Brand.
Yeah. But I mean, since then,
since then, beating George Groves, beat Anthony Durrell. You know, a lot of people beat the crap out of James DeGale. Really, beat Nathan Cleverly.
You know, and people thought, and he beat Lucien Boutte too. And
yeah.
So,
truth be told, you know, if we're going on resumes, you should have a case of pound for pound top 10, probably 10.
Yeah, I mean, look, George Groves, he's a current world champion. He became a future world champion. Durrell was a current champion at the time, and you know, and he's still a top super middleweight. And you know, he has a very good resume. And and he's beaten the odds like what 2 times, you know, because he was the underdog in the Durrell and Groves fight, and he was the underdog in the DeGale fight, but a lot of people thought he got robbed. Yeah. So you know, and yeah, you know, he's beating the odds. So I wouldn't be surprised with either who wins. So
absolutely.
But you know, man, like Stevenson's getting older. He's been inactive too. He hasn't had that much rounds, and he's been fighting like subpar opposition. Basically, he fought a guy he already beat, but like a worse version of that guy.
Oh, Fonfara?
Yeah, Fonfara.
Blasted that man out of there.
Yeah, like he fought a guy who like lost like got knocked out in the first round to a guy he ducked basically, like because Joe Smith Jr. called him out. You know, at the time when Joe Smith Jr. was like, you know, popping, but Stevenson didn't want to fight him, so. You know, so yeah, he's been fighting subpar opposition. This is his first real opponent since who? Since like when Fonfara was actually like the best version of himself, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're going Badou Jack.
Badou Jack.
He's going Badou Jack. All right. This is where we disagree. Okay, I disagree, man. First of all, let me say this. Okay, Adonis Stevenson, even though let's be frank here, he must have some dirt on the WBC. He must have nude pictures of Mauricio Salon because they refuse to strip this man of his WBC title, and they refuse to make him fight a mandatory. I think I saw something where it's been like over 1,000 days since he fought WBC mandatory or something like that.
Yeah, his last mandatory defense was Tony Bellew in 2013.
2013, that's a long time ago. I mean, if I can go back that far, November 30th, 2013. We'll see. What was I doing in November 30th? See, I was not even 6 months out of high school. I was getting ready to move to Dallas, Texas. That was a long time ago. You were like, how much did you weigh back then in 2013?
Man, I was like 220, 210, 220. I was in elementary school, right?
Yeah. So Alex was tubby as hell back in 2013. That was the last time he made a mandatory defense. A lot has changed since his last mandatory defense.
A lot has changed, man.
But let me tell you what hasn't changed. Let me tell you people out here, let me tell man Alex, what hasn't changed since the last mandatory defense? The thump in that left hand, okay? The thump in that left hand and the way he sets it up. People say, oh, Adonis is a one-handed fighter. And, okay, he might be a one-handed fighter. But guess what? You still need to know how to set up that one hand. And I just think, like, and again, I picked against Badou Jack so many times. Most of the time I've been wrong, okay? But I ain't gonna be wrong this time. Not this time, okay? Adonis Stevenson.
Okay.
He's gonna put Badou Jack out. Right? He's gonna stop that man. He's still one of the best light heavyweights in the world. Yeah, he's 40 years old. Yeah, he's old. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Superman is in the building. Superman is in the building, and he's still one of the best one-punch knockout artists in boxing. I would venture to say this. You know, you got Deontay Wilder, #1, best one-punch knockout artist in boxing. After that, this man right here has a legitimate claim as the best one-punch knockout artist in all boxing. And unlike Deontay Wilder, for most of his career, he actually knows how to set it up.
And he has a better resume.
And he has a better resume. I mean, for crying out loud, he's really the only man that's legitimately like destroyed Tony Bellew, destroyed Fonfara, you know, beat some other contenders.
Chad Dawson.
Aaron Pryor Jr. You know, the same Derek Edwards that stopped Badou Jack. You know, he knocked him down like a bowling pin. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. You know, I think it's a true. I think it's a 50-50 fight. The interesting thing is, Badou Jack actually is taller and has a reach advantage on Adonis Stevenson. So that is something worth noting, you know. I believe Badou Jack will come out, he will definitely try to use that reach to keep Adonis away from him because, let's face it, you know, you got Adonis getting near you, he's going to put your lights out.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, you know, he in Toronto, okay? He's going to want to put on a show, you know, he don't even fight in Toronto. He fights in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to be amped to fight in Toronto. Toronto's this growing city, it's this beautiful city, and you know, he's gonna have his girlfriend there.
Oh yeah.
That girl. So he want to impress his girlfriend. I mean, I don't know if this is the first fight she's gone to, but it has to be one of the first. So the first is one of this magnitude. So
yeah.
I mean, I would say this is probably one of the fights I'm most excited for because Badou Jack has beaten a lot of good fighters, right? He's beaten a lot of good fighters, but when you talk, regardless of what you want to say about the mandatories, we all know that Adonis Stevenson is an elite talent. He's an elite talent. Like. We're talking about a man that a lot of people thought could beat Sergey Kovalev in his prime. That was looked at as a 50-50 fight, you know, even though it didn't get made. So, hey, I'm going to Adonis. I still rate Adonis very highly. I actually think in many ways, like for him, a layoff, like he has a process last June, so by the time he fights, it'll be 11 months. I mean, I don't. He's the kind of fighter I think can take layoffs and still be successful. For one, he's older. For two, he is trained by Manuel Stewart, so Manuel Stewart instilled a lot of good work habits in him early in his career. And he has a lot of high-level experience, you know. So yeah, I'm going with Adonis. I think Adonis will get the job done towards the, I'm gonna say, middle rounds. In the middle rounds, you're gonna see a separation in class. And I got him stopping by to Jack. I don't know if that's an upset, but I don't know what the odds are. But I'm going with Adonis.
I'm going with Jack. So
if Jack beats Adonis, do you put Jack on the pound list? If he goes in there, he dominates. Let's say he goes in there and he just like stops Don Stevenson. Is he on the pound list?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind considering him. You know, he's a champion in 2 weight classes, 3-time world title holder. Good resume at super middleweight. So yeah. And plus, like this fight's also for the lineal title because Stevenson, he's stripped out the ring title, but he actually still has the lineal title according to Cyber, so in boxing or something like that. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so should be a good fight. You know, by all means, let us know what you think in the comments because that fight I know is gonna split a lot of opinion. A lot of people want to see Adonis lose because of the whole, you know, the Kovalev fight didn't happen. WBC didn't strip him, but I can remove all that. I think Adonis is still a top level fighter of the high, like in that weight class, still one of the best. Still one of the best lightweights in the world, you know, and I think he's gonna prove it on May 19th. The day after my dad's birthday, so shout out to my pops.
Yeah, sure.
But so you got that, right? I mean, these are notable fights. But I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not like they don't really interest me as much as Adonis, Jack. But you got Gary Russell Jr. versus Joseph Diaz. Now, big fight for Gary Russell.
Yeah, this is gonna be you know, interesting to see where Gary Russell's at in his career. He's coming off a layoff. Another dude comes off layoffs and stuff.
Oh, Haney.
Yeah, and this is actually one of his first like real tested opponents because Oscar Escandón, yeah, he was the mandatory whatever, but he wasn't like.
Oscar Escandón is shorter than me, and my dad.
Bruh, and who did he fight before that? He was coming off a layoff too, against Patrick Hyland, and yeah, like a lot has changed, and he only fought like 2.
When I look at Gary Russell Jr., man, let's call a spade, because see, I have issue with a lot of people, particularly like, and I don't want to hate on America because I love America.
Yeah.
I mean, contrary to what people think, I love American fighters. I want American fighters to actually reach their full potential, which is why I get frustrated a lot of times when I see inactivity. I see them kind of being baby. Gary Russell's probably been one of the most baby fighters in boxing. I mean, if you look at the way he was built up, let's start there. Before he got to the Lomachenko fight, he was built up as the next Mayweather. He was this, he was that. He had the fastest hands in boxing, all this stuff. And he's a very talented fighter. But go look at like they would never put him in there with like no quality seasoned fighters early on in his career. TBA after TBA after TBA after like, you know, so when he finally got to the level to fight Lomachenko, and Lomachenko had already lost to Salido, Lomachenko in that one fight against Salido had more quality ring experience than Gary Russell did in what, like 19 or 20 or how many fights it was when he fought him.
Yeah. So
when Gary Russell, I think his career has been handled very poorly. I think if he was with somebody who knew how to move fighters properly, he'd probably be right up there because he's a very exciting fighter, very just entertaining, throws flashy combinations. Probably does have the fastest hands in boxing. He's right up there with Amir Khan, fastest hands in boxing. Probably more fast than Amir now because Amir hasn't been as active.
Yeah, sure.
But big fight for him because Diaz is not a pushover. Diaz is he's undefeated, right? He's undefeated fighter.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fight where I think he's tested because Diaz can move. Gary Russell, as fast as Gary Russell's hands are, his feet don't quite match up with the hands. So I think he's gonna have some problems in that fight, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how it all plays out because Gary Russell says he wants to fight Lomachenko. He said I'm quoting him. He wants to put his foot in Lomachenko's ass. Yeah, I want to see him actually earn that fight because at this point he has to earn a fight with Lomachenko.
I mean, I guess I feel like it's like too late for it now though. They're both far apart in weight though.
Yeah, but if he's active enough and he's looking sensational and he can create the demand for the fight, then it can happen. The issue is he fights once a year.
Yeah,
what like you know this from being a younger guy and being on social media, and I know this too. The way news travels, like things happen quickly. Like something can happen something happened 2 or 3 days ago can seem like an eternity. So if you're someone who only fights once a year, you know, you're not leaving like you're not making yourself relevant to stay in people's mind. It's kind of like in boxing, out of sight, out of mind. And that's what with Gary Russell, like, you can't tell me like when Gary Russell's on his layoffs and just other things in boxing going on, you can't sit here and tell me, oh, like Gary Russell's on your mind. He's not. The only time he's really on your mind is when he's got a fight coming up, and then after that, he just vanquishes.
Yeah, true.
So my thing is, if you're Gary Russell and you really want that fight, you need to be fighting 2-3 times a year.
Exactly. Really.
And you need to be looking sensational, and you need to be creating a demand for that fight.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If he did look sensational with the way he's talking and his fighting style, with the first fight played out, people will demand that fight. But he's got to put the pressure on the people to demand that fight.
Exactly.
So,
I'm not interested in that fight at all. I mean,
I am. I'm only interested in it if Gary Russell fights more than once a year.
All right. I mean, yeah.
So best of luck to Gary Russell on his fight with Jojo Diaz. I really hope it's a step in the right direction for him, because he's had a career that's left a lot to be desired, a hell of a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
So that's what it is there. Now let's move on to the smaller guys, okay? Because we got a trio of super flyweight fights coming up. We got Naoya, the Monster Inoue, making his debut at 118. We also got the following day on May 26th, we got Jerwin Ancajas taking on Jonas Sultan. Don't know who that is, but Jonas Sultan for the IBF title at 115.
He's like a top fighter at 115, I think.
Okay. So. And then Carrier 5 is going to be fighting David Carmona, the same one that fought Quadras.
Yeah,
so, give me a take on the fights, man. What you think?
You know, man, Jerwin and Sajas, you know, I like what he's doing. You know, he signed recently with Bob Arum. He made his American debut in his last fight. You know, so he's making moves, man. You know, he's making moves. You know, and you know, I just like to see him look spectacular, and I want to see him in the unification with Rungvisai or you know, the winner of Donnie Nithis versus I forgot who Nithis is fighting, but he's going to be fighting for the vacant WBO title at 115, and or Khalid and David Carmona. So, you know, I like to see those fights.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think it's a good move by ESPN to have Yafai and Ankaz on the same card, because that fight is such an ideal fight, because Ankaz is not going to fight Rungvisai after that. It's not going to happen. And then Yafai is not going to fight anybody. Like Eddie Hearn going to protect that guy, because Eddie Hearn knows like he can't beat another top guy. He's got too much of an amateur style. He don't got enough punching power.
Yeah.
And he knows it. We know it. He knows it. So I think ideally that unification fight will make a lot of sense. You may put that could either be a main event, or maybe put that like an Anthony Joshua undercard or something like that. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
yeah, you know, I'm interested in that fight. You know, I want to see, you know, more unified champions. You know, not these like, you know, not like 600 champions per weight class. So
Yeah.
So, you know, man. So
How about Inoue McDonald? Like, do you give Jamie McDonald any chance against Inoue?
he's been struggling against like Luis. No, he didn't fight Luis. He fought Laborio Solis.
Yeah. He fought Solis and
a lot of people thought he lost that fight. And I forgot who else he fought, but yeah, he hasn't even been active either. He's very skinny for the weight. He's like 5'10".
He's a stick for the weight class.
He's fought. Me and him are the same height, and he's fighting at 118. I'm 168, bro. Like, and I don't even like, bro. I don't know how he makes 118, bro.
I don't either. I'm looking for like a very impressive from Inoue. He better look good. He better look good at this weight, because I'm still pissed off at him that he moved up from 115 to 1. I know he was weight drained. They say this. They say that. He was weight drained to fight Jan Boyo. Okay, he should have fought Rungvisai or like just one of the top. I at least wanted to see him take one of those fights against one of the top guys.
Yeah.
Before he left 115, because everybody said he was the best at 115, but then he never really proved it. So it's kind of sucks. But at 118, you know, That's a guy. You mentioned earlier how they're doing the tournament, the Robot Super Series.
Yeah.
That's a guy that they need to be looking at to join the tournament. I think if he's not in the tournament, I'll count it as even worse because you move from 115, you avoided all these big fights, and then you go to 118, and they got a tournament going on. Now you don't want to be in the tournament. So if Rodriguez is going to be in the tournament, if Tate's going to be in the tournament, if Ryan Burnett's going to be in the tournament, his ass needs to be in the tournament.
He should be in the tournament. And my result, man, I got Inoue by 5th round knockout.
5th round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see that.
Same thing. Moving on. Okay, June 6th. June 6th, we got some British fights. Eddie Hearn put on a card over there in London at York Hall. Lomachenko, your boy.
Snap.
We fighting Luke Watkins. Now, I don't know if you know who Luke Watkins is. I'm not too familiar with him.
I'm not really familiar with him too, but I know he's undefeated.
He's undefeated. I know he's a good British level fighter. I think it's a fight where Coley has to look good because, I mean, I feel so bad that I even said this, but that fight with Chamberlain was shambolic. It was terrible. I remember telling you, man. I remember I was telling you, man. This fight is gonna be so exciting, man. These guys.
You said it was gonna be more exciting than Dorticos and Garcia.
Yeah, I went so crazy about it. I thought it was be more exciting than Dorticos versus Garcia, and I was dead wrong. That fight was boring.
Bro, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was boring, but to me, it was boring to the point where it was funny. I don't know why. Because it was like, you said it was going to be...
It was funny because I look like a dumbass. That's why it was funny.
That's why I was laughing hard. I don't know if you realized it, but I was laughing hard at when the Dorticos and Garcia fight was going on. Like, I was just too busy laughing, like...
Because it was so much more exciting. It was just so much. So he basically in this fight, he's fighting Luke Watkins, who's a solid fighter from what I've seen on tape and from what I looked at on Box Track and read about and whatnot. And from what people tell me, my British subscribers, gotta have an impressive performance because he fought Chamberlain, who was highly touted. And didn't look sensational. He got the win, credit to him.
Yeah, he got the win, but I mean, it was just like an ugly fight. Yeah, basically. So I ain't even watched the fight yet.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to either.
I don't think I want to, but I do like Lawrence and Coley though. So shout out to Coley.
Okay, so he needs a good performance. And then on that same card, we got Ted Cheeseman. I like shout out to Ted. I like Ted Cheeseman.
Ted Cheeseman.
Yeah, he's not solo. I like Ted Cheeseman though. You got Donnie Lusnov also fighting. So. They're probably going to get wins. They're going to fight TVA opponents, so probably overmatched guys.
Yeah.
Diego De La Hoya will be back in action on June 8th. June 9th. Let's go there. June 9th, because there's some big fights on June 9th.
Okay.
A couple I know that you're very interested in. We'll start with the one on ESPN. Not ESPN, but ESPN Plus. Okay.
Okay.
Jeff Horn versus Terrence Crawford. Okay.
Interesting fight. Probably gonna go. I mean, it's probably not gonna be an easy fight because I know this is like a new style to Crawford. He's fighting like a strong, like fighter. Someone like who's like his size. So I got Crawford by like a tough decision.
I can see that. I can see that. Now this fight, I mean. People don't believe me anymore because I went so damn hard on them on one of my last videos about him, but this to me this is still one of the most exciting matchups because I think Jeff Horn is going to give Terrence Crawford a hell of a fight. I really do. I think Jeff Horn is going to go in there.
Yeah.
I think he's going to really put Terrence Crawford in some uncomfortable positions. Some places in his career he ain't been yet. He ain't fought nobody as strong, as sturdy as Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn, it's funny. People always say like he likes to come forward, he's dirty and stuff, which is true. He is those things. But what they also forget to mention is that he's got good footwork. He can box out with his back foot. So I do have Terrence Crawford winning. It's a funny thing. People saw one video about me going off about Terrence Crawford faking his injury, and they think, oh, you hate Terrence Crawford. Nah, I've said from February. I think Terrence Crawford will win this fight, but I think Jeff Horn is going to put him in some really uncomfortable positions, and I'm actually excited for the fight because I'm looking forward to seeing how Terrence Crawford responds to that because Terrence Crawford hasn't really fought anybody who's either at his size or above who's put him in those kind of situations. So that's what interests me about that fight.
Very interesting fight. So and people have been like trying to write out Jeff Horn and stuff, saying, oh, he lost to old Pacquiao.
Pacquiao will F up most of his welterweights.
Yeah, exactly, and so that's why they don't think it's going to be competitive or whatever. So I don't know. It's still going to be an interesting fight. So but I'm interested in the Showtime card.
The Showtime card that day now. You got Main event I want to call. Which one am I talking about? Alright, so Santa Cruz Mares, that'll also be on June 9th. What do you think about that fight, Alex?
You know, it's gonna be very exciting. You know, I enjoyed watching their first fight. I remember watching it when I first started watching boxing. It was one of the first wars I ever watched, like live. And Mares, bro, he was doing very good like the first 3 rounds, I remember, but like he was very dumb and just tired out, like throwing all his punches, thinking that he could get Santa Cruz out of there, but he couldn't. So, you know, Santa Cruz is able to like play around with him for the rest of the fight, and yeah, man. So I hope we see a different result this time. If Abner Mares would be more smarter and not like waste his energy and whatever this time, then I feel like he could probably get Santa Cruz, hopefully. I don't know.
He punched himself out as far as the first round. He threw everything he had in the first round, and then he couldn't really maintain it. And that's when Leo had his way, because Leo always throwing 1,000 punches.
Yeah,
close to it. So
true. So
his trainer is Diaz, right? Diaz?
Mares?
Yeah.
No, it's Robert Garcia.
Oh, Garcia. That's what
Robert Garcia. Yeah, you know, he has a different trainer now, so I mean, you know, this is gonna be interesting. And since then, like, you know, Santa Cruz, you know, he took like the first loss of his career to Carl Frampton. So
yeah, and then he had the best performance of his career against Carl Frampton the next fight.
The rematch, yeah. But there's still that like there's still that effect on his record though, and that could like probably motivate Mares even more. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
So it's gonna be a good card. If Mares wins that fight, you know, we might have a trilogy in our hands. We don't know, because the first fight looks pretty good. The second fight looks to be pretty good. Co-main event of that fight.
Oh, snap.
Jermell Charlo versus Austin No Doubt Trout. Now, I've always said I think Jermell Charlo is a good fighter. I don't think he's as good as his brother. I think Jamal is the more skilled of the two.
Yeah.
And I think for Austin, this is a much more winnable fight than the one against Jamal. I think against Jermell, it's more winnable than it was against Jamal. What do you make of this fight? You know, what do you like? What do you think about Austin Trout's chances going in? Because Jermell Charlo has been looking fantastic his last 3 fights.
Well, I mean, like when he fought John Jackson, he was losing though. But I mean, I don't know. He still knocked him out though. Charles Hatley was inactive.
By Erickson Lubin, man.
Who? Charles Hatley?
No, when Charlo fought Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, he fought Erickson Lubin, but I mean, there wasn't really nothing much like in the first round, but he did like get him clean though.
Got the hell out of there. That's what he did.
Yeah, so you know, but like Austin Trout, bro, like he's a tough dude, durable chin. So you know, it's gonna be hard for Jermell Charlo. If Jamal couldn't take him out of there, then I mean, Jermell is gonna have like, you know, a tough fight on him. You know, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm rooting for Austin No Doubt Trout. So you know. Well,
the one thing that we know about Trout from his last couple of fights is that, especially like you go back to the Jarrett Hurd fight, first 4 rounds, still looks sensational.
Right, he was coming off.
I mean, as far as 4-round fighters, he's up there. First 4 rounds, anything's allowed. What happened with Austin Trout the first 4 rounds, like.
Yeah, bro. Like that fight was. That fight should have been the main event.
Was that the card where it was Lar versus Terrell Geisha?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, bro. Like that card should have been the main event, bro. Like that fight was very exciting. I didn't think it was gonna be a war like that, bro. Like, Austin Trout. He was coming off a loss too, a layoff, and he still looked good. So you know, and before his corner stopped, it was like 6 rounds to 4. So I don't know. And then since then he won a tune-up fight.
Yeah.
Won against Juan the Angel. So I don't know. I mean, he still has some sort of chances that this could be his last time, and after that, like, I don't know. He should probably either retire or I don't know, maybe like do a journeyman future or something. I don't know.
See, it's probably like the last chance he had at the top level to do anything. If he's still looking to win world titles and be at the top of the boxing, you know.
Yeah.
You'll be led to believe that this is probably going to be his last opportunity.
Yeah, it probably will be. But you know, he is fighting Jermell Charlo, so you know it's going to be an interesting fight.
All right. Well, looking forward to having that. That'll be June 9th. So moving on, Glasgow, Scotland. Now this fight will be taking place on June the 23rd. We got I'm very high on, you know, Josh, you know, and he's got a great last name, Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor.
He's fighting your boy, He's fighting your boy. It's me and you, yeah, Josh Taylor.
Joshua Taylor.
Yeah.
Joshua Taylor Rodriguez. But
So yeah, no, he's fighting your fellow countryman, Victor the Iceman Postal. Now Victor Postal, last week Victor Postal, he was supposed to fight Regis Prograis on Showbox. He pulled out. Prograis got in Dongo, stomped him out, and now he's fighting an eliminator. What can we really expect from Victor Postal, because we ain't really seen him since he got stomped out by no, he ain't get stomped out. He beat Matisse, then he lost to Crawford. So
and then he fought a tune-up.
And then he fought a tune-up, and apparently he got knocked down like 2 times. Got his decision.
He got knocked down once, they said, and but he won like 6 rounds to 4 though. But I mean, you know, he was getting the ring rust off. But I don't know. I mean, hopefully he should be okay. You know, he does have more experience though. Josh Taylor is very good, but he doesn't have the pro experience that you know, Postal has. Don't forget, you know, Postal has fought in the likes of Southside Aiden, Lucas Matisse, Terrence Crawford, Hank Lundy, you know, all these guys, you know. And DeMarcus Corley, he beat DeMarcus Chop Corley. So, you know, he has, like, you know, a decent resume. You know, he's beating a lot of good guys. Josh Taylor, I mean, he's fought O'Hara Davies and, you know, a couple other, like...
Miguel Vasquez. Stopped him.
Oh, Miguel Vasquez.
Stopped him.
Yeah, Miguel Vasquez, you know, that was a good, you know, that was a good win. So, you know, interesting crossroads fight. So. Interesting
fight. I'm gonna be very blunt. Okay, be very blunt. I think Josh Taylor gonna ice this. I think Josh Taylor is gonna ice the Iceman.
Okay? Ice the Iceman.
He's gonna ice the Iceman. Okay. Victor Postal is a good fighter. You know, I remember when we watched the Matisse fight. I picked Postal to win. So I like Postal.
Wait, you actually picked Postal?
Yeah, remember we watched the fight? I picked him to win. I didn't get Postal to prove it. That's level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I picked Postal to win that fight. And just he hasn't been. First, for one, he hasn't been active. 2, even when he was active, he's not the most naturally strong fighter at the weight. He's not. And I just think like Josh Taylor, long, rangy, dangerous, young, fresh, can punch in both hands. He stopped Miguel Vasquez, bro. Miguel Vasquez is a very tough, durable fighter. I mean, I think Post's gonna give him some good rounds, but I think as the fight goes on, you're gonna see the class show, and Josh Taylor is gonna he's gonna continue to look like what I've been saying for like, you know, he is the goods. He's the goods at the weight. Hey,
I mean, you know, Post's still longer range here too, though. I mean, you know, he has that.
That makes it interesting. The fact that they're both longer range fighters. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Taylor got better thump in both, better power in both hands. So
yeah, that is true. That's true.
It is a WBC eliminator. So one of these guys who wins this fight could potentially be a Jose Ramirez opponent. So
or Regis Prograis.
Regis Prograis, yeah.
Yeah. So you know, Victor Postal, man. I don't know. I'm hoping for him to win, bro. I remember
when he did beat
Matisse.
Matisse, that was a good fight,
bro. Like I didn't think he was gonna win, bro. But like, you know, I knew he was Ukrainian, so I was still rooting for him too, right? And then like as the fight went on, I was like getting shocked, and I was like, okay, bro. And then like I noticed that Matisse's never been stopped before, right? 10th round, he just knocked him down, and then Matisse didn't even like.
He folded him up, made him quit.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, yo, snap! And I was like, yo, Brendan, like this happened, and then I remember you running and stuff. So
yeah, cause I was right. I was happy that I was right.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, and then him and Freddie Roach, bro, they were jumping around the ring, bro. So
truth be told, that was probably like one of Freddie Roach's last like great wins as a trainer.
Oh yeah, that is.
He hasn't had too many great wins as a trainer since then.
Yeah, I noticed that. So yeah, man.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes around. But I think Josh Taylor is going to be really good in that fight.
Okay.
Last fight, and then we're going to wrap it up. And July 14th in Malaysia, right? You got Lucas Matisse versus Manny Pacquiao. Okay.
Oh snap.
WBA regular title, whatever the hell that is. Forget the title. What do you think about this fight?
You know, it's an interesting fight to see where both these guys are at in their careers. Matisse, he just recently moved up to welterweight. Pacquiao's coming off like a disputed loss against Jeff Horn.
Yeah.
So you know, it's going to be an interesting fight. I got Manny Pacquiao, man, because it's like Lucas Ortiz, like he's just a one-dimensional fighter. He just has that power. He's just very slow.
Not known as a counterpuncher either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he does hit hard though. I will give him that. But that T.Y. Curran fight, I mean, like he didn't really like look that sensational or whatever. It was a weird like ending and stuff because like T.Y. Curran, like I don't know, like it was just weird and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I still got Manny Pacquiao. So
I got Manny Pacquiao. Now look, let's get it clear here on True School Sports because I like to be a man of clarity here. A lot of people are gonna think this is crazy, but until proven otherwise, Manny Pacquiao is still one of the top welterweights in the world. I still think he's still a top 5 welterweight. I'm not saying he's number 1, but top 5. He's probably the best welterweight. Based on even on recent history, guys being like Vargas, Bradley. I thought he won the Horn fight. Even in the Mayweather fight, like people want to slag him off of that fight. Once Mayweather didn't dominate him.
no, I mean, exactly.
A lot of people thought that fight could have been a draw. Some people thought Pacquiao won that fight. So neither one of them looked good, and Mayweather obviously didn't. Mayweather not looking good wasn't just because he didn't feel like trying. No, Pacquiao forced him to look that bad.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, man, he's still a top welterweight. What more is there left to prove at this point? That's the question people ask. Why keep fighting? I mean, you keep fighting because he likes it. He likes boxing. It's a part of him. It's currently interesting because apparently he's not working with Bob Arum anymore.
Oh yeah.
So if he's not working with Bob Arum, how the hell is he gonna get big fights?
Yeah.
Because the big fights been with Lomachenko, Crawford. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. But as for this fight itself, it's interesting because Matisse, he's someone that in his career is always comes to fight, always comes to fight. Pacquiao comes to fight, and interestingly enough, they're gonna be in Malaysia, which is like interesting because Pacquiao. It's funny because Pacquiao really is a world champion. Like last go fight, he fought in Australia, Malaysia, Las Vegas, Las Vegas.
Then he fought Chris Algieri in China.
World champion.
Yeah.
Global icon. So
and he's fought in like Japan, Thailand, Philippines.
Yep.
All those countries, man. So I think he fought in the UK. I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I know he did fight in those countries. So
yeah. So that's what it is, man. But yeah, I got Manny Pacquiao winning that fight. I think it'll be entertaining forever how long it lasts. Looking forward to seeing Manny in the ring. It's just like one of those things, man. 09 Pacquiao's not gonna show up, but anytime we can get a chance to watch the Pac-Man in the ring, you enjoy watching the Pac-Man in the ring. So it should be a fun night of boxing on July the 14th. But,
Tyson Fury.
Oh, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. He's returning on June 9th. He has no opponent yet. But like, what do you make of his return? Like, what were your reactions when you finally heard there's a date he's fighting?
Man, like, I'm actually glad he's back. Actually, he's gonna talk trash again. I missed it when he talked trash. It's funny. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna get too hopeful over it because, like, anything could happen again. Like something can happen. He probably would relapse on cocaine or whatever. I mean, God forbid that. I hope that doesn't happen. But but other than that, man, like, I hope it goes through. And I'm excited to see Tyson Fury back, and see how it is when him back in the heavyweight division. Now that it's mostly like just Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder and all these guys, and it's interesting at how the heavyweight division is at the moment. So yeah,
absolutely. My man Tyson Fury, he's come back to bring that excitement back to the heavyweight division. Heavyweight division need the excitement.
Heavyweight division.
No. All jokes aside, I think it's great that he's back in the division. Like, it's gonna take time for him to actually, shake the rust off and become even 50% of what he was in 2015. Because he went through so much. But credit to Tyson Fury to overcome cocaine addiction. He had the UCAT issues.
Oh yeah.
He had to overcome a lot to even get to this point. So it just shows the resiliency of Tyson Fury to get back in the ring. I don't really care who his opponent is. I just want to see him back in the ring fighting again. And I think it's gonna take him roughly, I'm gonna say 4 to 5 fights before we even start seeing him really sharp again in the ring. So yeah, happy about that. On that note, Alex, I'm gonna want to wrap this up. But before I wrap it up, any final thoughts? Things you want to get across to the boxing fans out there that are watching this interview?
Man, I'm gonna say this once and I'm gonna say it again, bro. Boxing, bro, it's the best sport of all time, bro. I mean, the best sport out right now, in my opinion, bro. What should we call it? I don't know what else to say, but just keep watching boxing.
Give them your IG. Give me your IQ so they can follow you.
Follow me at kidwhite_16. KIDDWHITE_16. So, follow me there.
So follow Kid White.
Yep.
Follow me at Justin Kid from Dania. And you can go follow which IG?
J_51_R.
Alright, and follow my dog Joshua.
Follow Josh. You guys may remember from the amateur video.
Follow me. At J_51_R.
Follow Paul Rice 23.
Paul Rice 23.
KULWRITES.
Alright. Follow him. And follow me at Justin Kid from Dania. And also at True School Sports. And on that note, we're gonna wrap up the interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll probably try to do more of these in this format. Because we've never done it in this format before, so
yeah, this is interesting.
First time for everything. And like we say in every video, you can love us, or you can hate us. We just some kids from Dania.
That's
so
right.
until next time, take care, guys.
Peace.